Hey everybody, and welcome back to Colin's Crazy Creatures. I'm here at the East Coast Reptile Super Expo in Oaks, PA, with my friend Maya. And I haven't been to Oaks in a while, so we're going to go see the show and see old friends, meet new friends, and pick the craziest creatures of the show. This baby corn snake has a palmetto pattern. This tadpole is going supersonic. This is a Spanish-ribbed newt. They get their name because they have very sharp ribs, and when they're threatened, they will spike their ribs out of their body and use it as a defense mechanism. And then once they're done using that, they'll retract the ribs and the skin will heal over. And they'll get much bigger than this, and there are also leucistic versions, but they're the same species, and they're very personable for amphibians. And for all those reasons, the Spanish-ribbed newt is the craziest amphibian at the show. These highly patterned tortoises are leopard tortoises from Africa, and they get fairly big. This is a tiny baby pixie frog, and it's small now but will grow as big as a dinner plate. This is a mountain horned dragon. They're from Vietnam, and they live at a relatively high elevation, and they need a high humidity with a relatively low temperature, but they do need a relatively warm basking spot, and they have really cool horns, and they're insectivores. And for all those reasons, the mountain horned dragon is the craziest lizard at the show. C versicolor. Now I gotta specify carabina versicolor when I talk about my spider. Mandarin rat snakes have one of the coolest patterns I've ever seen. This is a Burmese mountain tortoise. They're from Nepal and Burma, and they can tolerate really cold temperatures into the 40s, and they're the fourth largest species of tortoise in the world, and they're defined by their large leg-to-body ratio, which means they can stand up really tall because they climb the base of mountains. And they can get to 100 pounds, and they have a really cool shell pattern and shape. And for all those reasons, the Burmese mountain tortoise is the craziest turtle or tortoise at the show. And chicken necks. This is a really cool tegra. The paradox is, this cricket was hiding from his demise on the scorpion's telson. This is a pitcher plant. Pitcher plants of one of many different kinds of carnivorous plants, including Venus flytraps, butterwort, and sundew. And they get the name pitcher plants because when it rains in the rainforest, they'll fill up with water and monkeys will actually drink out of them. And the way they catch their food is they have a sweet-smelling nectar that plants, that insects, and sometimes even certain birds, for the very big ones, will be attracted to, and then they'll slip inside the pitcher where it's very slimy so they can't get out, and there's digestive juices at the bottom. And because it is a carnivorous plant, the pitcher plant is the craziest other creature at the show. Smokin'. You don't normally see all of pythons at reptile shows, and this one was featured in my video with Rogue Reptiles. Maya is holding an elephant trunk snake. They're also known as the Javan file snake, which shows they're from the island of Java. And they are not aggressive at all, and their defense mechanism is just to play dead, which basically means they just go limp and don't move. And normally they are fully aquatic and eat fish, and they have very leathery and soft skin. And for all these reasons, the elephant trunk snake is the craziest snake at the show. This axanthic crested gecko is very rare.
Sometimes if they bring next door, I'll crack the egg so that they know they can put the inside, and then after that you just give me I can open it up for you if you want.
This king snake has an amazing pattern. This is a Brazilian giant blonde tarantula. They're from Brazil and they're tropical and also terrestrial. This one is a full-grown male, and even though it is technically not considered a bird eater, it is still a giant tarantula. From toe tip to toe tip, it's about 8 inches. And because it is a huge tarantula, it also looks very cool. The Brazilian giant blonde tarantula is the craziest invertebrate at the show. I really like this ball python's cool pixelated pattern. Handles great? Well, I should have asked for a test drive. This is an albino motley tiger reticulated python. I had a great time at the East Coast Reptile Super Expo. Did you have a great time, Maya?
Yeah, it was fun.
What was your favorite part?
Holding a snake for the first time.
And then what you can do, if she starts to get away from you, just kind of walk your hands through her body. Support the back end there so she feels like she's safe.
Well, there you have it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and stick some on Colin's Crazy Creatures.